Hello, hello, party people. How many times have you heard that intro to this channel? Tony could have been. This is a video I should have made a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't. If you look at my very first video, that shouldn't be that video. It should be this video. So join me. All this stuff is subject to change, but right now, join me in taking a look at my YouTube channel. Okay, on the home screen here, let me move this over here. We've got the one and only right there, Tony could have been. This picture right here was from a wedding, and I've had this picture for a long time. In terms of length of time, I forgot to mention that it's been a few gray hairs later, a few years or so later. There's not that many, is there? Okay, none of this. The majority of this channel's success is attributed to the 1 hour rant, trophy hunting on PlayStation Max level 999. This was the video that started everything. I was doing okay before that, but when this video blew up to over 37,000 views, I don't know how many likes. There were a bunch of dislikes, but anyway, I don't know, what are those people talking about? But we're close to 38k views on that video, and let's just take a look. My little For You section here is already here. This section will be preceded by must watch Tony could have been videos. I'm going to include the channel trailer that you see there, and I'm just going to showcase not just the most popular but my favorite YouTube videos right there, sort of like the highlights section, but we'll get back to that later. So these are custom obviously on YouTube to your YouTube interests and whatnot, and I assume when you're talking about something and your social media detects it, kind of scary, but popular videos right here. So this will basically be a mix of these two categories, these sections in terms of YouTube talk. My shorts. The majority of my short videos are jokes. They are candid. Some may say they're dad jokes. Some of them are not appropriate for younger viewers. My YouTube channel and my Twitch channel are recommended for 18 plus, and you have to authorize your birthday and your legal date of age to in order to view any of my content. I do not recommend any minors watch any of my content. Anyway, this is a personal preference. So charity streaming was something I started when I started my Twitch account. It just made sense because I still do not have that much confidence in my Twitch account. The channel itself is slowly growing, and it has a lot of sentimental value for me. But I think as of right now, it's gonna stay a charity channel, and that might change in the future, but probably not. I do specify on the channel, if you go to twitch.tv, I think it's twitch.tv/TonyCouldveBeen or something like that. It's in the playlist, the descriptions. Anyway, I think I mentioned that if you insist on donating me real money, I linked my YouTube channel and I said, just support me on here, and that's all I really care about. There might be a way to donate to me on Twitch that I'm unaware of, but I thought I covered everything. So if you find it, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it. The best of Tony could have been right here. It includes a whole bunch of things. So every section has multiple playlists in it, and it's all organized in a way I thought was normal. Will make sense. I have done collaborations with. I've never done a collaboration with someone smaller than me. I tend to aim for, mid-level YouTubers, Twitchers, and just people just starting out, and they are always sometimes a few hundred followers or subscribers ahead of me. So they really have helped me out, and they did me a favor by letting me do a collab with them. And this does not include just in person or just online. It's a mix of both. Writing, as you can see right here, I'll show it to you right here. I have written 3 books. They're all on Amazon Kindle, direct publishing, and They're mentioned in the descriptions of most of the playlists and videos, so if you want to check them out, that would be great. Two of them are autobiographical. One is my stab at fiction, and the last autobiographical book I will have will release on my 50th birthday. I wrote Could Have Been Crazy was the name of the first book. It is about from birth to about age 30. Could Have Been Crazier covers age 30 to 40. This past July, recently turned 40. Thank you. I know I don't look like it. Thank you. Anyway, Could Have Been Craziest will be from age 40 to 50, so I'm aiming for that to be arguably the last one of the Could Have Been Crazy saga, the trilogy. It will be called Could Have Been Craziest. It will come out on July 22nd, 2034. That is when I will be 50. Alright, so gaming. Gaming is a very large part of Tony Could Have Been, and pretty much the majority of Twitch, the Twitch channel, also called Tony Could Have Been. I think I mentioned that. So that video you saw me talking about at the top about the PlayStation Max level 999, well, that kicked off a journey that I wasn't expecting. I thought I was going to stop at max level 999, but I thought about it. I'm like, this is too much fun to stop. And despite aggravation, depression, anger, just being fed up in general with some games out there, I still do this. I am about halfway to 4,000 PlayStation Platinums. Of course, there's games that do not have Platinums as well. I'm sitting around 3,500, a little bit over 3,500 right now. They are grouped in hundreds, so if you want to see every single Platinum trophy I've ever gotten, it's all in these this little section with all these playlists. I have some tips and strategies that I figured out for various games over the years. There's not that many because I don't really write guides or anything. Not that I can't. I just choose not to because I feel like that just it makes me enjoy the game less. And but like, if it's a real quick, easy tip, I find that to be helpful for some people. Yeah, so I organize these lists, and there's other gaming stuff, including PC stuff. I am currently playing Genshin Impact still. I know it's a rarity, but I intend on finishing the game whenever it finishes, and this will probably be my only and last gacha game of all time. I just don't want to do it anymore. And is finances a big deal of that? Yes, of course it is. But I already invested so much into the game that I'm going to see how it ends. And I think I will not be disappointed. PC gaming is also on there. I have some Pokemon stuff there. Some G Fuel, as I'm not sponsored by them, but hopefully one day I will be. And I used to drink a lot of their products. I haven't gotten one in a while. They're on sale on Amazon now, including what do you call it? On their website. I think those are like the only ways to get them. I know the canned ones you can find at various convenience stores, maybe supermarkets, but I've never actually seen one in like at a 7-Eleven or a supermarket. I've never actually seen one there. Well, they should get on that. You should hire me as a PR director. Anyway, reviews. So I review a lot of things. I do recaps first of all of like the YouTube year in review, the PlayStation year in review, the Twitch recap, etc. I have a lot of streaming gear that I review. It's pretty rare for me to get rid of something that I order for the streaming gear. Everything I order, as silly as it may sound sometimes, it does serve a purpose. Do I use everything I buy on a frequent basis? No. But do I use it? Yes. Eventually, it is incorporated into the setup somehow. But do I actually use every little thing that I bought? Not on a regular basis, but I do use it, like I said. Other stuff like that therapy light you see right there, that was the most recent review I did. I react to a lot of different things I see online. I am a fan of those traps, mostly on TikTok. So TCB reviewing masculine gear, right? it involves like some makeup, some we'll get to it later. It involves some femboy stuff. If you don't know what a femboy is, then you better ask somebody. You really better ask somebody. But hot sauce, and I'm a huge fan of spicy food, and my most recent hot saucing kind of video kind of thing that was actually popular was the Hot Pockets one right there. As you can see, it was endorsed by Hot Ones, whose hot sauces I have tried many of them. Specifically the last stab, that's it. It was, I see why celebrities and the guests on the show have so much trouble with it. On the other hand, number 8 on the, you know how the hot sauces are lined up like in a row. Number 8, as far as I know, has and always will be the bomb. And there's something about the bomb that it's not the spiciest, but it hits you in a way that no other sauce can hit you. And I don't know how else to explain it other than that. This is just some daily life stuff. I do a lot of vlogging. In the past, I did a lot. Not so much right now. I ramble about random subjects. I talk about my relationships and all the stuff that's happened. All's fair in love and war. I talk about gambling. I do gamble a lot. I'm a avid fan of basketball, specifically NBA basketball. I do watch the WNBA as well, and Caitlin Clark was a big reason for that. That renewed my interest into the game. I'd always followed it before, but I'm just not, because the season is like so short by comparison. But it's do I think the WNBA is less exciting than the NBA? That is a different discussion for a different time. When I used to go to the gym more regularly, to make a long story short, I encountered a problem with my wrist, and it was bothering me for a long time, so I had to stay out of the gym. And with that comes laziness and whatnot, and getting busy and all this stuff. That I'm starting to go back now as frequently as I can. I still do feel something in my wrist, but it's manageable. I went to a doctor for this. I got an X-ray on it. They told me if it's still bothering me, they'll do an MRI, which to me sounds kind of serious. And like, I can clearly use the wrist, but it shouldn't be hurting. I mean, after this long, I think the injury was just during a basketball game, and what can I say except they wanted to play hard, so we started playing hard. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Like, are we supposed to let them walk all over us? No, you start playing on the same level they're playing at. I mean, like, obviously, like, is this street ball? Is this street ball? Anyway, I did a lot of nomad stuff. I do a little bit of driving, just then, like, I have these secret spots around my hometown and the home state. And not lastly, of course, you know what I mean for this section. I used to make beats, and I still do sometimes in my spare time. I just don't record it, and I'm very much new to it. It was introduced to me, and I've been having fun with it. I don't quote unquote practice as much as I used to. It's mostly me just experimenting with the beatbox and the Akai Professional Mini MPK. I think that's the one I have. Running back. So when you think of podcasts, right, you think of more than one person talking, like on the radio broadcast kind of thing, right? I don't do that. Not because I don't have anyone else to come for the podcast, just the people I know who I suggested it to weren't interested, so I'm doing it by myself. The 4 subjects we have to talk about. The first one was I'll just run through it real quick. Was the transgender movement. Now, I am not, nor do I have any desire to be transgender. It was just a community that I sort of stepped into when something called voice trolling was the first thing that got me interested into the whole movement. And then came the introduction of what femboys were. Then it came in an introduction of like the transgender culture in general. I followed some of the most famous ones, and like a lot of the channels, the viewers and the I don't know, the channel owners, the hosts, the broadcasters, they're very welcoming and very helpful. They knew that I was a regularly fairly new streamer, YouTuber. So they helped me out with a lot of random ass questions I had, and I thought this was the least I could do to hopefully bring a positive attention to the subject. It's mostly about my response to it, not society's in general. So if I got some stuff wrong, I apologize. That is the video that has done the best on the podcast with 37 views. There you go. Episode 2 was just talking about VODs in general. I think this is why I made a Twitch charity channel too, as I explained. Episode 3 is about to say chapter 3. Episode 3 is about emotional abuse in a romantic relationship. Something that I've had happen several times in my relationships, in the history of my relationships. It's I'm not gonna lie. I was not innocent through the whole thing. At times I probably did the same thing. It's a very unhealthy habit, and is an unhealthy habit to have someone do that to you and vice versa. It's just I want to put a perspective on it that a lot of people might not have considered, and why it's very difficult for in today's society for a male to discuss something like that, because thank God it wasn't physical abuse or anything by either end, but I just noticed that let's just say I was not 100% innocent in all this, and I will be the first to admit that. But that was just my reaction to it, how I'm coping with it throughout my life, and it's a long. Let's just say I had a good run. If you don't know what that means by now, when you're done looking through the channel, you might figure it out. And the most recent episode 4, was about problem gambling or gambling problems, etc. Really quickly, I exhibit some of the symptoms of a gambling addiction, but I don't have a full-blown gambling addiction in my opinion. It's been contained for the most part, and it concerns me, but I'm not like worried about it. Like, I don't think like, oh, I better join Gamblers Anonymous, GA as they call it. I don't think like that. What I do think like is I need to learn from my mistakes and in general get better. Now, I'm not talking about getting better at the actual skill of gambling. I'm talking about getting better in my reactions to losses, to wins, etc. And just having fun in general versus treating it like an extra income source when it's clearly not. So I've learned a lot of things about gambling over the years that I'm thankful for. It's unfortunate it took me that long to learn those things, those lessons, but I learned them nonetheless. Down here, there's some recommendations for channels that I follow. First is my VODs channel, which has 30 subscribers. I know it's crazy. It's whopping. Navigating Life is a YouTube channel that used to be under a person named Random Puzzler. They have their channel right there. Doomsday Gal was the first Twitch channel that I really like avidly followed and like attended the streams and stuff and like participated in the chat. And I actually have a collaboration with her. Her name is Helen, or Hells, and she goes by her Twitch screen name, which is Doomsday Gal. Commander Music, local. I don't know what kind of music they make, but I've heard it called as emo. I've heard it called as pop punk or punk pop or something like that. I feel like it fits many categories, just like my YouTube channel. So you see how I intertwine that. That takes years of YouTube experience to determine how to tie everything together. Nick and Lex. So Nick, right? He was this dude that like was playing PlayStation, right? And I think I posted in like a forum or something where I was looking for help with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Don't ask me why I remember this shit. But Nick and Lex created a music channel, and they are successful. I mean, it seems like it's an extra source of income. It's not about the flashiness of the channel, which you can usually tell by people's channels if you see that. It's about the actual music and the sound of it. So I'm pretty sure they have a lot of like pretty expensive audio equipment and recording equipment. Excuse me. And Rinali, I'm not sure if he's doing social media or streaming or whatever, or YouTubing anymore. But he was the very first voice troller that I encountered, and I found his Twitch channel one day, and there were a lot of things that happened on that Twitch channel that I thought was funny as fuck. I participated in their it used to be called Fit Check Friday, and then it became Community Fit Check, and like it didn't have to be on Fridays, you know. But I thought it did pretty well on like some, maybe like 2 or 3 submissions. I thought I did pretty well. I never won, which kind of really bothered me, and I think a lot of people had their friends in the channel, so they upvoted them. I think that's gotta be the explanation, right? Why else would I lose? Of course. Anyway, we could keep moving. Finster, like if you don't know who Finster is, then I don't know what to tell you. Kometa, a member of the Kometa band right there. Age is one of the newer YouTubers and Twitch people that I've followed. She covers gacha games like Genshin Impact, for example. She stopped covering Genshin Impact, not exactly sure why, but she does Honkai Star Rail. I think there's a game called like Future 1999 or something like that. And she covers some Zenless Zone Zero and Wuwa, which is basically Weathering Waves. Angelus is a lesbian YouTuber, openly lesbian, and she was my favorite female YouTuber streamer. She's hilarious, first of all. She decided to take a break because she was moving to the West Coast with, I believe, with her girlfriend at the time. I don't know if they're still together. I'm not a part of a Discord, or like, I'm not even sure if she's posting anywhere. It's she didn't exactly say goodbye, but you know, maybe there's a chance she'll come back, and I look forward to that day. And if it never comes, I have the memories. Alana Pierce, Alana IRL. I find her IRL content much better than like gaming news that I don't really care about, because like if a game's good and I like it, that's all that matters. I mean, like I'm not gonna read all these reviews and like play all these demos. Like I'm gonna watch some stuff. I'll see the gameplay and, you know, the graphics, the sound, etc. All that stuff that makes the game good. I'll watch it. I'll listen to it. But you know, I don't like a game. I don't like good games just because they're good. Let me put it that way. As a trophy hunter, that's something you have to consider. In no particular order, by the way. This is just the way it was recommended and organized. It might be different when you take a look at the channel. Thank you for the view, by the way, and the subscription, right? And the views, you know. And then, you know, you could become a member too if you want to. I can't do that, but maybe in the future you could become a member. Bad Driver, right? He is a legend in the easy platinum world of trophy hunting. Bad Driver is a motherfucking legend. Like, this guy should have over 100k views. He should have over 500k views. That is how good he is. Bad Driver is one of the most underrated YouTubers in the history of YouTube. I would go that far in saying that. He puts effort into his streams, videos, YouTube videos and guides, and you know, trophy guides. So much more than some of these other YouTubers out there who are basically just copying what he's doing. I'm not saying he didn't copy some other person doing trophy guides. He made it his own. And like, over the years, he's gotten more comfortable with his voice because he's a foreigner. He's not American. And, you know, one of the biggest PlayStation audiences are Americans. Now, he has gained the confidence to like speak in his trophy guides. And I think that's amazing, and that is, in my opinion, that's the best thing that he has accomplished so far, is becoming more confident and just not caring what other people think of his accent. I think that's a huge triumph. That is his greatest accomplishment of all. And I implore you, if you are into PlayStation and trophy hunting, please check him out. And at the very bottom are the live streams that I used to do. Most of the live streams I've done on YouTube, emphasis on YouTube and not Twitch. The ones on YouTube were through my PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Yeah. Well, that was my welcome video. It's almost been half an hour. I'm gonna include a playlist of videos that are must watch. That will include this welcome video, and I'll still have the almost 38K video of the PlayStation stuff at the top. I feel like that is I feel like that's the heart and engine of this channel. Kind of like how Draymond is the heart and engine of the Golden State Warriors, except this channel is actually good, whereas Draymond he's kind of loud and he's not that good. But like the stuff he does on the court, he does things that don't have stats to him. Yeah, sure, okay. I'm not hating or anything. I'm saying how it is. I'm just saying it. I gotta change this banner up there. I'll move me around. I'm working on another banner, but I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Otherwise, that's my channel, guys, and welcome. I should have did this about 1,000, 2,000 videos ago. I have 1.6K videos. That's what it says right in the middle over there, right there. I have 573 subscribers. I would say I got about 473 of those from the one video. I'd wish I'd gotten up to 1,000 so that I would have a closer chance to becoming monetized on this channel. But either way, even if I got the 1,000 subscribers, I still need the public watch hours, which I'm having some difficulty with. I'm confident that eventually I'll get to 1,000 subscribers. It's just the public watch hours that I'm worried about, and like what that tells me is that I just need to make better content. That's what it comes down to. I need to stop worrying about quantity. It's one thing to keep the channel updated and alive. It's another thing to make it better. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's another thing to increase the watch time, the percent watch time. It's another thing to decrease some of the length of the videos, to cut, to video edit, whatnot, to include copyright-free music, to include clips, more collaborations. That's one thing I definitely want to do, is more collaborations. Ideally I want to do like I want to start off doing one collaboration, like a good one, every 3 months. That's my goal, is that just have one like solid collaboration from someone that I find on either YouTube or Twitch, and we would just make it work. And then 3 months after that, I'll find another one for various topics. Like, if you want to do a collaboration, I'm ready. I'm right here. I mean, like, I have a very sedentary life, even though I do get a lot of walking and standing done. My IRL job, well, that's for a different video. No, I do work in a substance abuse and mental health clinic, and I've been working there since before the pandemic. So like, I recently celebrated my 5-year anniversary in my current position. I couldn't actually go to the celebration because I had a dentist appointment that day that I couldn't miss. It was for a crown. So like, they said my name and presented an award, and like they gave it to me the next time I came into work, and they could have gave me that promotion. That would have been a better reward anyway. I'm not bitter or anything. I'm not bitter, just because I dedicated like 5 years of my life to the same company. Anyway, when I could have gotten a job somewhere else. Just saying. Anyway, I'm not bitter or anything. Yeah. Okay. So, for those that don't know, this is Jean from Genshin Impact. She's the leader, the captain, I believe. I think that the acting grandmaster or something like that of the Favonius Knights in Mondstadt. She's one of the first characters in the game. Let me put it that way. That was when I had 1,175 platinums. I'll show that to you right now. This is right up there. See that right where the line is? Yeah, it's right up there. And those are just that is from psnprofiles.com, which you may or may not be aware of. I reference it a lot on the channel. So yeah, this is what I do. I've said this many times, and for the first time, you might hear me say this for the first time. This might be your first time. This is a hobby to me. However, I take my hobbies very seriously. There you go. Believe it or not, my objective is not to make money with this channel. I just want to take it as far as I can go, because I'm curious. I'm really wondering, like, how far can I take this? You know, like, what do I need to do to, like, become maybe not a household name, obviously, but like relevant? What do I have to do to be relevant? And I'm finding that out. I'm finding out what people like, YouTubers, what people are drawn to. I'm sort of researching the algorithm. Now, speaking of that, I will conclude with this. Now, a huge reason why my channel isn't as successful as I want it to be, I don't have a niche. I just showed you all those different topics I cover, right? That is not good for the algorithm, because it doesn't know which topic to showcase. So you would think that would get me a variety of audience members, but the problem is it only focuses on one topic at the time. So even though someone might be looking for hot sauce stuff, my search might only come up video game stuff. So you get what I'm saying? So like, not having a niche really hurts my channel, and I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I could just make this channel a gaming channel, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to change anything on this channel that has sentimental value to me. That, if, as far as I know, right, on these 1.6K videos I've had, there's not a single video with 0 views, because I'm that one view. Anyway, no, yeah, there's, oh my god, like, when this video first came out, the PlayStation one, I was getting like something crazy, like 30 views per video. Like, I was like, damn. So that's what it takes sometimes. You just get lucky with the algorithm. And like, dude, I think I posted that video at like 3 a.m. or some shit, and like, I don't want to say it blew up, but like, how many people do you know with almost 38k views on a video, and then you look at, there's other stats, they only have 573 subscribers. Why is this guy getting a 38k view video? So I think it's funny. I think it's like, not like haha funny, but kind of like tragic funny, you know? They're kind of like, damn, that's interesting funny. I don't know. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoy your time on my channel. I know this video probably went longer than it should have, but welcome. Leave a comment, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, ring the bell if you want to. I don't know, do all the shit that I don't say at the end of every video. Yeah, so that's one thing I don't do. I don't say like, oh please like and subscribe. No, if you like the video, you will do whatever you want to do to the video. And like, no, I'm not asking for anything. I'm asking for your support, not your like. Let me put it that way. I'm asking that if you like something on there, tell your friend who blah 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 likes that, etc. Like, spread the word. You don't have to do the traditional things for a YouTube channel to make a YouTube channel popular. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, because I only have 573 subs, and like, that number fluctuates a lot. So not a lot, but like, you know, like I do notice when, you know, people unsubscribe, people subscribe, etc. I might not know their exact screen name, but I you know, it's my hobby, so I keep a avid memory and a count of how many people are subscribed. I don't keep a count of how many videos I have, because it's just got out of hand. And likes, like every once in a while I like my own video, because like, so basically what happens if I have one dislike on a video, I will purposely like it myself to make it 50%, and like, then if someone else dislikes it, I'll have someone I know like it to make it 50% again. I'll keep doing this until the other person gets tired. This is all in theory. It's all in theory. It's hypothetical. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. And something you will hear me say that I've taken from Jerry Springer show, in his final thought: take care of yourselves and each other.